I've stayed in Nigeria nothing less than 18 to 20 years.
Really?
In Nigeria, yeah. I actually live in Edo State. The former name for Edo State as at that time was called Bendel State. In Nigeria, there is nowhere you get a place or stay whereby somebody will not call a Ghanaian. But the percentage of love I've found in Nigeria is nothing less than 79% or 80% love which I had in Nigeria. In Nigeria, what I observe is they don't just give you a fish. You can't go to Nigeria expecting to eat fish and they will give you a fish. That is the fact about Nigerians. It is rather Nigerians who show you how to go fishing, whereby next time, if the fish is not in your net, you have to go down the sea or the river to go fishing.
DJ Paco Rich.
Okay, guys, so cheers to 2024. My name is DJ Paco Rich, but once you see my Yoruba people, they call me Otumba. On the streets, the boys, they call me Mazi. And my Igbo people also, they hail me Eze. And once I run to the northern side of Nigeria, they keep shouting Siriki, 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 Siriki. And I respond to all these honorable greetings. So people, today I'm here to have a very wonderful conversation, a very open-minded conversation. I'm here with a very beautiful and deep, well-taught lady. Her name is Mama G, aka Mama Ghana. She's a Ghanaian, but she spent a lot of time living in Nigeria. I'm here to share some beautiful news, some great revelations about the relationship between Ghana and Nigeria. I mean, probably somebody might tell you that Ghana hates Nigeria or Nigeria hates Ghana. It might be that person's own interest, but there are good people around. And so today, sit with me on this desk. Let's have this beautiful interview with Mama G. I'm going to take this quick turn. When I come back, I'm sure you've definitely enjoyed this conversation. DJ Paco Rich Mazi, I'll be right back after this quick turn. Pam.
DJ Paco Rich.
Okay, guys, so like I told you, we're going to have a very deep interview with great education and information right here on this channel. So this interview is coming to you live from Afrique Gardens in Dansoman in Accra. So if you haven't been to Dansoman yet, or if you happen to be in Accra and you want to really have fun of your lifetime, you really want to enjoy to the fullest in Accra, I'm going to recommend Afrique Gardens to you because this is where entertainment lives. You can come here, have all your favorite drinks, favorite kebabs. Music is amazing here. So anytime that you come here, you can come and enjoy yourself here. So, Mama G,
Hello, brother.
how are you doing?
I'm cool.
Yeah, so popularly in Nigeria, you are being addressed as Mama Ghana.
Yeah.
Who gave you that name?
First of all, cheers to 2024 and cheers to Africa.
Yeah.
And cheers to Ghana and cheers to the other side of Africa, Nigeria. The name given to me as Mama G, Mama Ghana, Mama G, Ghana woman, is actually from the Nigerians. The love of Nigerians make it so possible and popular that whenever you heard or hear the name Mama G, Mama Ghana, out of 4 or 5 people, you have to think of Ghana woman. So that's me. It actually comes from Nigeria, the lovely people of Africa.
Well, one may ask, you have an accent of a Nigerian, even though you are Ghanaian. You hail from the Volta region of Ghana, right?
Yeah.
But you sound more like a Nigerian. For how long have you lived in Nigeria?
Okay. Actually, I come from Ghana, Volta region, being as a state.
Yeah.
And everything about me sometimes sound like a full Nigerian.
Yeah.
Well, it's actually started about for how long I've stayed in Nigeria.
Yeah.
I've stayed in Nigeria nothing less than 18 to 20 years.
Really?
In Nigeria, yeah.
18 to 20 years.
18 to 20 years, but unfortunately, I didn't, hear most of their languages. So,
But then people would want to know which state in Nigeria were you living as at this 20 and 18 years?
yes. I actually live in Edo State. The former name for Edo State as at that time was called Bendel State. That was, I think they said it was called Bendel as at that time, but the new name was given to the state now is Edo State.
Well, let's come down to the corner. Maybe Edo State is too large, but the area that you lived in Edo State that people can actually connect to, the neighborhood.
Okay, the actual place is Ekpoma, AKP Ekpoma. AKP Ekpoma is a very lovely place for any tribe, any religion, any kind of people. It's a very lovely place to be. So I actually based in Ekpoma.
I see. Interesting. Well, one might say it is either work or something else that might move somebody from his motherland to another land. What actually took you to Nigeria?
Actually, a whole lot of things took me to Nigeria. First of all, it was marriage that took me to Nigeria. Before going into work, businesses, working with some eateries, working with some hotels, working with some ShopRites like Dublos Pharmacy and Co. Although I do my own personal business as at that time, but as the time goes on, I have to venture working with others just to have more experiences in the country and also in the state.
Interesting. That's beautiful. So in your stay in Nigeria, which particular profession did you practice more? What exactly were you doing? Like, I know you did a lot of stuff, but is there any particular thing that you were known for?
Okay, I actually have two skills as at hand. I love sewing and I love, catering services.
Okay.
So most often time, I combine the two together. And if you see sewing and catering services, they are like a twin brother or twin sister, which they can't go without itself. For example, if you want to bake a cake or decorate a cake, there are other items from the catering service like the ribbons, like the, there are some, sparkling items that you pick from the sewing aspect to decorate, the cake and other things. So they are all the job. My two job is actually a twin brother or a twin sister. Thank you.
All right, guys, we'll take a quick break. When we come back, I'll ask some questions that will interest you so much.
DJ Paco Rich.
Okay, guys, so like I said, we are going deeper into the conversation. So, Mama Ghana, in recent times on social media, we have encountered this kind of banter between Ghana and Nigeria. You have lived in Nigeria. There is a kind of impression that Nigerians do not love Ghana. They don't like Ghanaians. But I mean, speaking to you, it looks like you spent larger parts of your life in Nigeria. You mingled with Nigeria. You worked with Nigeria. You had Nigerians as family, and so many things, went on there. What are some of your experiences and your encounters with Nigerians over there?
Well, if I want to talk about Nigeria and Ghana, Nigeria and Ghana, they are like a twins cousins or twins family whereby they can't do without each other. So if somebody said that Nigerians and Ghana, they have hatred for each other, somebody needs to have his own correction. Why? In Nigeria, there is nowhere you will get a place or stay whereby somebody will not call a Ghanaian. Likewise also, there is no place in Ghana whereby you have to hear the voice of Nigerian and you will say this. For example, when they are playing the football between Ghana and Nigeria, although I'm not a fan of football, what I observed as at that time was that Ghanaians will always support Nigeria whenever it's been a Nigerian salon. And whenever it's been Ghanaian salon, Nigeria support Ghanaians and Ghanaians also support the other side. So there is no way I can just say that they hate each other or they don't love each other. Maybe unless you don't have the experience, or maybe you have other experience apart from the one I have or I had with them.
So if I may ask you, with your stays there, what are some of the things that you can recall that encountered between you and, I mean, some Nigerians that you think that this is memorable, this is love, this is kindness? Because we are actually doing this to educate people that we are one people as Africans, and we need to come together and love ourselves as one. So if you have people that have, you know, lived that life, I mean, testify what our other brothers can offer us, then when you tell people that story, they would, you know, turn out to believe that the love really exists. So are there some of the things you can remember from Nigeria? Oh, this person did that, this person did that, the way, you know, that kind of thing.
Well, what I would say about this topic is there is no place bad, there is no place good. But the percentage of love I've found in Nigeria is nothing less than 79% or 80% love which I had in Nigeria. For example, right from the day I entered into Nigeria, I was so lucky to be a Christian. And I also believe that no matter how the religion you belong to, you also have the same love as equal to the one I had.
Yeah.
In the church aspect, they all love me as a sister in among them. As a neighbor, many of them love me the same way. As a customer, many wish and wanted to be a customer to me. As a co-worker, many wish just to hear me that, you know, Mama Ghana is in the building. Mama Ghana has resumed work. Mama Ghana hasn't come. When is she coming back again? You know. So there is a whole lot of. For example, if I may say, I had a lovely woman, men out there, which I can't, you know, just bypass them. Mama Harmony is always there for me. Yeah. Nene is also there for me. Nene is the one who gave the church a land to build, you know, set up a church on.
Yeah.
That Nene was so lovely to the extent that she had to be a part of the church. Mama Harmony was a woman so loved me from a distance to the extent I didn't even knew as at that time. When I come closer to her, she was my daughter, my daughter, my daughter, not just a daughter. She felt what I felt. She, you know, whatever I've been through, she has been through it as a human being. The people around me, the co-workers, you know, sorry to say, in a brief silence for my manager in Dublos, may he so rest in peace. As at that time when I, you know, started working in Dublos, what he told me as at that time, I said, my daughter, if you can. Luckily, he told me as at that time that it is work experience is what I want, my dear.
Yeah.
And he gave me that opportunity. Even as at the day that I wanted to travel down to Ghana, she was so worried to the extent, he said, please give her a transport that can take her from Ekpoma down to Lagos. I believe that he didn't have much. Wishing he has much, he would have done more than that. So likewise, it's all the people in Dublos, all the people in Ekpoma, all the people around within the areas that I've been to. For example, Agbo, for example, Enugu. I've been to Enugu. I've been to so many places. Be it Ubiaja, be it Igwebe, a whole lot of people. So Nigeria is a lovely place to be. And Nigerians, despite, you know, whoever you are, despite your tradition, despite your background, don't just feel ashamed, don't just feel that insecure that Nigeria is not a secure place. As for me, Nigeria is a lovely place, and very soon thereafter, I may be going back just to return, just to pay them a visit back again. Thank you.
All right, and I'll sing this. I'll go you back to my roots again. She wants to go back to Nigeria, but I'll clap you. But there is something about Nigerians, mostly people want to know, generosity. There are people that love to give, help each other, and then do show, like Ghana people, so they like show. What's your observation about that when you were in Nigeria, when it comes to people helping each other, people being generous to people and then supporting others?
Okay,
even though you were Ghanaian.
Yeah, even though what I would say about is that, you know, in Nigeria, what I observe is they don't just give you a fish. You can't go to Nigeria expecting to eat fish and they will give you a fish. That is the fact about Nigerians. it is rather Nigerians who show you how to go fishing, whereby next time, if the fish is not in your net, you have to go down the sea or the river to go fishing. So don't just go to Nigeria expecting that Nigeria just to give you a fish for a whole month. Never. Nigeria is a hard working place. So don't just go down there thinking that all throughout the whole year somebody is going to feed you. They will introduce you to what the talents you have. They will introduce you to the business you have. They will introduce you to other people that are in need of whatever you have at hand. For example, be it the bricklayers, be it the tilers, be it every part of whoever that come from Ghana into Nigeria, they will be able to introduce you to whatever aspect you have a job. And they even prefer it better being in working with both all the Ghanaians, all the Togolese, all the Cotonous. They love us. So like us, I also believe that most of the builders and most of the handcraft men or women in Nigeria or in Ghana, they also love exchanging, business with each other. So that's the little experience I have with them.
That's very deep. I mean, I was very impressed when she said that they will teach you how to fish than just to give you fish. And I think that makes sense a lot than to just give somebody money than to show somebody how to make money. Like the saying goes, follow who know road. If they definitely know the road, they will just teach you the right path to use. So I think that is something personally I have also observed about them. And I think it's something we need to commend them about.
DJ Paco Rich.